Good evening. Every once in a while I have a thought come up in my mind in the middle of the night, and it just wakes me, usually around 3 o'clock in the morning. I have a friend, um, who started out as a client, and she's really inspiring me, and like she is, she has come to the spiritual awakening in in the same way that I've have, and she's experienced the same kind of thing where her family won't accept her for what she's awakened to, and she was also, deadly against the jab, and her family was all wanted to get her to get the jab, and they all got the jab, and she didn't, and her husband just kind of fell away from her really hard, and she's suffering with stage 4 cancer, and at this time she just needs love, and she just needs to be accepted for the path that she's decided to choose, and she's decided to choose the way of the Lord. And a lot of people wonder, they're like, why would Bob Marley just cut his toe off, and why wouldn't he just go? Why wouldn't he take get go to the Western doctor and get the cancer treatment? Well, the reason why people don't want that is because they've come to an understanding that there is no death. And that's the secret of eternal life, is that when you've found such a connection to spirit, there's a knowing of spirit, and there's a knowing of us all being one, and that this body is will just deteriorate, but my soul will go on, and that, then you've got the ticket to eternal life. And she's found that, and she's realizes, I'm not going through all the radiation. I'm not going to go through the Western medicine poisoning my system and killing me, 90% killing me, just so I can live through this. And I would take the same choice as her, is take me when God is going to take me. I'm not fighting. God is going to take me. He has a different he has a different plan for my soul if I were to go right now. And that knowing is something that you look at the horrible things that happen to people that go through cancer treatment, and it it just kills them and kills a lot of what they have, and a lot of them don't live a good life after, if they even survive the terrible cancer treatment in the first place. And I watched my grandmother go downhill into deep into dementia, and bedridden for the last few months of her life. And I wouldn't want to wish that kind of death on anyone. you know I The way that you know my friend is dealing with this is beautiful. She's tells me about how beautiful the flowers are outside. She's so in the moment, she's so with spirit. And that is what we should all be striving for, is that we can have that clean and peaceful departure to the next place, you know. And there is a reason why certain people have chose to trust in in the shot, and other people have chosen not to, and that is a lot to do with a trust in the creator, you know, a trust in nature and a trust in this body, right? And a lot of us that lost our families over this became closer with God. And so it was actually a blessing in disguise. And I see it with my friend also. I won't be saying her name unless I'm going to ask her if she wants to do a podcast, because I'd love just to her to tell her story. Like she's been helping me. She's actually one of the only people that is really understanding what this great awakening is, and she's awakening like I am, and we're able to actually talk about this and touch base about this, and she's inspiring me. You know, not only that, she inspired this other woman she was speaking with, and they're hanging out, and this woman hadn't painted in years, and after hanging out with Joan, she got her stuff out and drew a beautiful snail. And you know, Joan, I mean, so my friend, she was so she was in tears telling me about this, and it's like it, and you know, people, she, she just was so happy that she could be the something inspiration for somebody, you know, and I could see the pain uh, that she has with her, with what's going on with her family, and that, you know, she can't even be supported in this time from them, and how that little, like, just have being able to pass on some inspiration to another woman just gave her so much joy and happiness, you know. And she tells me about how much she loves my music, and she's always just, you know, and that means something to me because people just don't say anything to me about my music, you know. She's just such a real person, you know. I see kids are like that. They're so in spirit, you know, and they're so true. Like, I'll be playing music and I can see them in joy and in truth in the moment, being loving the music I'm playing from. I can see, and that's like what makes like an artist feel amazing, or somebody feel amazing, is when they can do something for somebody, you know. And people, middle-aged people, and like once people get to a certain age, they're just become ego and like a lot of shell, and a lot of just, I don't see, I'll be playing and you don't see a lot of middle-aged people even talk to me. I see a lot of like older people that are finding their spirit again, you know. They appreciate things more, and they show their appreciation. They like, and that's what I see in Joan. And like, it's just the fact that she says whenever she's feeling down, she puts on my music. It means something to me. I've never been told that before, you know. And the reason I make these videos is that I want, if I can change one person, then that's all that matters, right? That's, you know, and that's what we should always think, right? So, you know, if you have somebody that's deciding a different path than you, you can just encourage, it's better to encourage them on it. They're going to go that path anyway, so encourage them and love them towards that path, you know. And it's sad, the darkness that are in people's soul, because, you know, I can see how dark the things my family did to me are, and they still aren't able to admit it. And I see the darkness that's happening from my friend, from my friend, and she's just pushing through and being a spiritual warrior, and like her husband and is like trying to rush her into palliative care, and she's like, I just, and they've been like, this unsaid thing going on between them, and he's not able to admit or encourage her towards her spirit, or even be happy for her for what she's found. And that bothers me, you know. I'm just, I know it bothers her too, but she's a warrior and she's pushing through because she's got God in her heart, and she found the eternal life. I hope that I get to meet her, you know, in person. And I suggest that people find the inner path, because then you'll be able to find eternal life like my friend that she's found, you know. She could go today and she's done what she needs to do. God is so happy with her, you know. And that's why he's granted her this beautiful, she's sitting on the top of Mount Zion. And she's definitely one of the 144,000. God bless everybody, and let's try to encourage each other, you know, rather than bringing each other down. Let's try to pull out those dark thoughts that are deep inside that are allowing us to do such dark things to each other. And those that are finding your spirit, I'm so happy for you, you know. And that I'm just here to help encourage people towards it, you know. That's my mission in life now, you know. When you've found that ticket to eternal life, you want to spread it to people. You want people to experience it too. You want to rise up those 144,000 warriors against the darkness. And that's what I'm here to do. Much love. God bless you all.